In one of New York's suburbs, there was a small but bustling market. Its owner, Tom, had been running the place for many years. He opened his shop early every morning and dealt with a steady flow of customers until evening. However, Tom was best known for his impatience and hurried demeanor. Whether it was elderly customers struggling to count their change or others taking too long to examine a product, Tom frequently grumbled at them. It was a cold winter morning. The door to the market jingled, and a boy of about 12 walked in. The zipper on his coat was broken, leaving him poorly dressed for the weather. His hands were bright red from the cold. The boy wandered the aisles, glancing at the shelves. Most items he only looked at from afar, briefly checking their prices. Tom watched him closely from behind the counter. "Hey kid," Tom barked gruffly, "don't just hang around here. If you're buying something, buy it. Otherwise, get out." The boy flinched. In a timid voice, he replied, "I'll buy something in a minute." But his words only irritated Tom further. "Everyone around here wants something for free these days," he muttered, standing up and approaching the boy. "What are you looking for? Spit it out," Tom continued. "You planning to steal something?" The boy looked up, his eyes brimming with tears as he tried not to cry. "No, sir," he said, his voice trembling. "I just need to buy some milk for my mum. But I don't have enough money." Tom laughed mockingly at the boy's words. "Same old story. If you don't have money, why are you even here? Go beg somewhere else. This isn't a charity." The boy lowered his head in shame. He pulled out the coins from his pocket and began counting them, but they were only enough for half a liter of milk. Tom, watching the boy's desperation, handed him the milk with a disdainful expression. "Here you go. But don't you come back here without money again, got it?" The boy took the milk and left in a hurry, too embarrassed to even say thank you. Tom dismissed the encounter and returned to his work. But as he got back behind the counter, he noticed a piece of paper the boy had dropped. Curious, Tom picked up the paper. On it, written in the boy's handwriting, were a few lines. "Dear God, please let my mum get better. I feel so sad that I can't help her. If I can get some milk today, maybe she'll feel a little better. I feel so helpless when I can't do anything for her." Reading the note, Tom felt a pang of guilt in his chest. He recalled the boy's trembling hands, his desperate gaze, and the tearful resolve in his eyes. Was his mother really sick? Why was the boy in such a dire situation? Holding the note in his hand, Tom sat quietly for a moment. Despite his strict approach to running his business, the boy's innocent prayer had touched him deeply. The next morning, Tom opened his shop early and found himself glancing toward the door throughout the day, wondering if the boy would return. Around noon, the boy reappeared at the entrance. He was still wearing the same worn-out clothes and looked even more bashful than before, holding a small paper bag in his hand. He stepped inside and approached the counter. "Sir, I think I might have dropped a piece of paper here yesterday," he said softly. "Did you find it?" Tom pulled out the note from behind the counter and handed it to him. Looking into the boy's eyes, he asked, "This paper? Your words are really heartfelt. How's your mother doing? Is she okay?" The boy stared at Tom in surprise, his eyes welling up again. "My mum has been very sick for a while," he replied. "The doctor said she needs good nutrition, but we can't afford it. My dad left us, so it's just me and her." Tom felt an overwhelming wave of guilt. He recalled how harshly he had treated the boy the previous day and was ashamed of himself. Taking a deep breath, he got up from his chair, grabbed a shopping basket, and began filling it with items. Milk, bread, a few canned goods, and some fresh fruit went into the basket. The boy watched in astonishment as Tom handed him the basket. "Take these," Tom said, his voice softer than the boy had ever heard. "For your mum. From now on, whenever you come here, take what you need. Don't worry about paying. I'll take care of it." The boy couldn't believe his ears. But this is too much," he stammered. "No," Tom replied with a small smile. "It's an apology. I treated you badly yesterday. I promise that won't happen again." Tom's act of kindness didn't just impact the boy and his mother. It caught the attention of the entire neighborhood. More people began visiting Tom's market, and he eventually set up a donation corner in the shop. Customers would leave extra goods, and those in need could take them for free. The boy and his mother benefited greatly from this support. Over time, the boy's mother recovered, and he was able to return to school. Every so often, he would stop by Tom's market to say thank you. Tom realized that a small act of compassion had not only changed the boy's life, but also transformed his own. He was no longer just a shopkeeper. He had become a symbol of community and solidarity in the neighborhood.